According to research, um, it takes human beings 21 days to get rid of certain habits and replenish them with new ones. And as an aspiring leader, I come to realize that people will forget what you do, people will forget what you say, but people will never forget how you made them feel. And as part of my life journey, there is this woman. Her name is Hajia Hadiza. Though don't mind her, she is the like of woman that actually don't like taking pictures with the people she loves the most until caught unaware. And over 2 decades ago, I lost my dad. This is an untold story for the over 80% of people that knows me. I lost him on an account of a ghastly car accident. But this woman, Hajia Hadiza, always keeps me going. She gives me courage, the perseverance, the patience, and the generosity. It will interest you to know that this woman, over these 16 years I knew her, like after being a toddler, I knew her deeply. I have never for once saw her giving something directly to somebody. She will either give it to her grandson or she will give it to her child to give it. That is the art of generosity, teaching us how to go about giving out to people. But then, the story of my leadership journey began since when I was in primary school, Kano State, where I was the monitor of my class. I progressed to be the head boy in my final year in primary school, and I progressed to junior secondary school PAN, junior secondary school, where I won 2 different scholarships. And I progressed to data science, as rightly mentioned, as the deputy head student. And after that, there is one thing I learned, and I have been working on it up to date. That for you to be in leadership position, you have to stick to your focusing agenda. I got JAM in 2016, 2017. I was admitted in UNIMED, University of Maiduguri, where I was awarded with dental surgery, Bachelor of Dental Surgery. But at that moment, due to the issue of Boko Haram, I quit. And this was the woman that actually advised me, because all what she has been doing, all what I've been doing, she's doing it to see my progress. I am the replica of her son. That was why she has been doing all that she has been doing to me, and she has been very supportive. Now, when we went to SBRS Puntua, we have so many people in the room, in all ramifications of life from different parts of the country. SBRS is a school that accommodates all the 19 northern states of the Federation. And we created a team. We have a team that we call the G20 Presidential Program, which is equivalent to the SRC system of government in ABU and SUG in other universities. And I contested for the office of the president of the National Association of Kano State Students, and I won. And this team, now, the compass, the golden formula to a result-driving leadership starts here. That was a big one. The main one that I can proudly say that I started. This was it. You have to be trustworthy, the teamwork, and the execution. Now, that team, up till date that I speak to you, I succeeded each and every bit of my success as the SRC president with this team. We set up an agenda in SVRS, deciding who becomes the SRC president when we get to Ahmadu Bello University's area. What do we do in SVRS? There were so many entropies, so many disorders in SVRS, where female students were sent back to hostel at 8 p.m. There was massive failure in the school. And this set of people confronted the management and tell them, look, we have a massive failure. There is a problem. You have to scale up this timing to around 10 p.m. And we confronted them. That was the courage that this woman gave me, and I was the team lead. And when we went to them, and then they told us, and then they let us understand some of their, issues that they have with regards to insecurity. And that timing was scaled up to 9 p.m. And after that, we have so many successful students, ranging from 2.5 to 3 and 4 points. That was a big one, and that was an achievement that we'll always be proud. And so also, we have the Learn initiatives that we impacted so many students. As I speak to you in this room, there are so many beneficiaries of that initiatives 8 years ago. How does it start? We have a lot of students who are at the base of the pyramid, people who cannot afford 3 square meals. We set up a committee and we join our heads. We start off a plan where we said, look, we are going to have an initiative whereby we will give loan to people, the less privileged students, and will not pressurize them as OPE and PAMPE and other banks do. If you pay fine and you don't pay, that's... And we started the loan. To our surprise, there were 20% of people who were at the verge of leaving the school. But we brought them back to life. And as I speak to you also today, we have over 18 graduates of that initiative. And, these are the kind of things that you want to do. And as an aspiring leader, I come to realize that this is the only way to go about it. Who do you impact? How do you do it? Now, the next item is the teamwork. When we came to Ahmadu Bello University's area with my team, we set up a committee deciding who becomes the SRC president in that team. To God who created me, I never thought that I was going to be chosen by that team. And that team was a team that comprises all religion, all tribe, all, students from different parts of the country. And after all, they chose me to be the flag bearer of that team, and I won. But to my surprise, I get into the big job, which is the SRC leadership of the university. We have the executives, we have the hall governors, and we have the hall reps. How do you set up this 83-membered council of the largest university in the Black world? A university with over 46,000 students. As an MBBS student, a 500 level MBBS, how are you going to do it? Now, the thing is, the key, the catch is the teamwork. You delegate, assign functions. There are so many things that we have achieved. I should not be taking the credit, but that team. So many people of that team has done an amazing job, but I was given the credit. This is the power of teamwork. How do we achieve the largest cultural carnival in Africa? It was as a result of the teamwork. The chairperson is here, the chief of staff, and other members of the committee. They had over 20 meetings. I attended only 2. But I was celebrated as an icon. I dedicated that success to the team. And also, As part of that, we have a lot of things that, so many people never saw coming. And as part of the teamwork, we have initiated so many projects in Ahmadu Bello University's area. The CNG buses, the courage we have in confronting the federal government, the rights that we rejected is part of the trust as part of the federal government initiatives. And, I always say this, the execution, how do you execute plans? You have to have a statement vision that you want to achieve. How do you achieve that? All these vicious cycles come back to the teamwork that I said earlier. You can't execute without having the team. You can't move forward. Now, we have had so many projects, we have had so many initiatives that is as a result of this team. We developed the pyrolysis under the committee of the Research and Innovation Committee, where we'll convert all the refugees in Ahmadu Bello University's area to cars. But being a leader and dedicating and delegating functions to your executives and core members does not mean that you will follow up. You have to stand still to make sure that job you gave them is into play. Accountability. You have to checkmate them, take report from them, pressurize them. Has this thing been done? No. Why? Ask questions. Why? Now, we have executed so many things, and I think this is part of the success that we have, and we have achieved so much. And lastly, I will give you a big punch, and I will challenge all the people that are in this room, that tomorrow, when you go to any gathering, just think of it. Have I applied trust in this meeting, in this gathering? Have I communicated with people to have a team, to work as a team? What do I execute? What are the results? And this is the big punch. Leadership isn't about being in charge or convenience. It is about creating results to people who choose to follow.